All right, everybody. This is our E3 post E3, coverage of the games that were announced, and we're gonna, of course, talk about the big ones first because we got to get those fuckers out of the way. And do you want us to talk about the bad ones, the good ones first?
Let's go with the bad ones first because those are the worst.
Hang
because
on.
everyone's gonna remember. Everyone's gonna remember those the most. Because just.
Yeah.
You know what's sad? Hey, here's the sad part is there's bad things to talk about. It's like, shouldn't it all be good? By the way, what the fuck does E3 stand for? Everyone's exciting electronics.
Oh,
I don't know, what does it fucking stand for?
oh really?
It is actually 3 E's.
Electronic Entertainment Expo.
There you go.
Okay. Is
or a combination of those.
So is it E3 or E cubed?
It could be either or. But
Yeah.
sure.
All right.
Okay. So here,
I'll let you take charge, Richard.
here's the first one I want to talk about, and it's a game that we talked about in a previous podcast. Fucking Battletoads.
Yeah, man. What the fuck? We were just saying for them to leave it alone.
Yeah, like here's the clip. Speaking of which, they need to bring back Battletoads.
Dude, that would be great, man.
that'd
I
be-
love that game. I gotta agree, though. They should do Battletoads. If they did a remake, I'd be interested in it.
I can't remember what
Okay,
was
so
Maybe not a remake, just
Okay.
like a
I gotta ask, what was the actual last, Battletoads thing that ever came out?
I'm pretty sure it was SNES.
It was SNES. It was Battletoads Double Dragon. That was the last actual Battletoads game that actually came out.
I want to say it was cross console with Sega.
Yes.
Let's look it up.
The last official one that came out was the arcade version on Xbox One, when Rare gave their Rare collection.
Dude, wow.
I think were they part of it too?
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what
check it
year?
out.
What year?
The latest was 1994. Battletoads Arcade, also known as Super Battletoads or just Battletoads. Scrolling beat 'em up arcade, blah 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 blah.
yeah, but that one was a more violent one. That one was the one where you could take Zitz was a character that enjoyed drills, so you could take the drill and drill it into a mouse's head. And
Oh
stuff.
wait. Okay, as of 2017, Battletoads Arcade remains the last Battletoads game released. However, Rare had begun planning on a possible sequel in the mid-2000s, but ultimately decided there was no original direction for the game apart from its past.
Oh wow.
They did not want to repeat, this is actually kind of smart, they did not want to repeat the failed TMNT reboot. So
That's true.
I gotta say, man, that's pretty
true.
Because
That's
if
pretty
they
smart.
knew straight up we're gonna fuck this up and it's not gonna do well,
Right.
Why
just
bother?
just leave it as is. All right, hey, I can respect that.
I can, yeah.
And by,
because
by TMNT reboot, they're talking about the one made by Ubisoft.
Yep.
yeah, the Turtles in Time reboot. That
I
one was
got that
horrible.
one. Okay, so we just talked about how they should never make another Battletoads game because of the treatment the Ninja Turtles got when
Yes.
Ubisoft made
The
their...
risk of fucking it up, and guess
Well,
what they?
okay.
And then a few days later, after we just said that, as a hypothetical,
As bad as it was, there's
Yeah, now they announced it.
there's one good thing about it. They didn't go with the 3D style, at least.
they went to...
They kept the
Side
2D, the 2D side scroll.
It almost looks
and
like it's Flash, even.
It. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. A lot of people said it looked really like Flash.
And I was like,
And that-
really? You're reducing them to Flash?
And that's the thing.
That's
Flash is a
hilarious.
dying art.
Yeah.
Adobe is dying.
I find it
Like,
unappealing in this
and-
day and age. I mean, don't be wrong. There are still some good games out that use Flash that are pretty geeky, pretty good.
Yeah, on Newgrounds.
Yeah, literally like web-based games.
Like web-based,
what's that game of using all the knights and stuff? What's it called again? I forgot.
Castle Crashers. How do you
Castle
forget
Crashers.
that?
Because it's been
Is that-
like
is
10
that what
fucking years.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because
we played it once.
it was with the
At
little
your house. At your house.
night people, and they had certain powers like fire, ice, and one was poison, and the other one was
Yeah. All right.
And you went to go save a princess, and whoever won the battle got to mac on the princess.
Yeah.
I think
And then
it's-
you got to the last princess as a fucking clown.
You know what's funny? you know what's funny?
Fucking clown.
You even got to do that on frickin' Joe and Mac back in the Super Nintendo days. Which I have a...
Yeah, but you didn't battle each other. You just fucking
It's just
it was
whoever got
based
the
on
last
points.
points or whoever got the last hit.
Yeah,
on the
that's what
boss.
it was. It was the last person who got the last hit.
It's like mine.
I'm gonna check something real quick.
Yeah, by all
Go ahead.
means.
Yeah.
So go
carry
ahead.
on.
But yeah, like, I don't like this Battletoads because if everyone remembers how it evolved, it went from the original Nintendo where, okay, their fist became huge or their feet became huge.
And you could hit friendly fucking fire.
And, well, yeah, you could smack each other around and whatnot.
Which shouldn't even existed. Yeah, I know.
It stopped existing after, like, the Super Nintendo era where they came out with, the second Battletoads. But if we all remember from the second Battletoads, like, their arms and legs were becoming, like, chainsaws and fucking drills and, look like they actually caused some fucking damage,
Which I'll admit, 12-year-old me did kind of like snicker at back then.
Well, yeah, and then you freaking, or your fist would become a huge ass anvil. That was the greatest thing about it.
Yep.
The arcade game, like if anyone bought Rareware back when the Xbox 3 was it 3? No, Xbox One.
Yeah.
When Rareware came out and they came out with all of their different Rare games. One of those happened to be the arcade version of Battletoads, and Battletoads was like super fun. I mean, just watching characters just fucking get annihilated by these weapons and just crumbling into bones and shit. That was awesome.
But
now we have this cartoony
hold on, you're skipping.
I'm picking it. I'm gonna pull up pictures
because we were. I think the Battletoads kind of popularity peaked when they did the Ultimate Team. Battletoads.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's when it went back to the whole fist turning huge and things like that.
And it has one.
Even then, that wasn't bad.
And still to this day has one of the best video game soundtracks ever.
Oh God, yes.
I just listened to it a few weeks ago. And that's that fucking good in the car.
And it was fucking awesome back in the day. And then Killer Instinct picked up Rash,
which is what David's looking at right here.
Which was fine. It still kept, the spike ball, the arms turning into chains or chainsaws or whatever, which was awesome. I didn't think a Battletoad would ever be introduced to Killer Instinct.
Much less just a fighting game.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but it worked.
Yeah.
But I mean, now they come out with this game and they're like, we're gonna go cartoony. We're gonna make enemies like guilty.
I mean, exaggerated cartooning. I'm talking like not when their fists are getting
okay.
large.
Let's put it this way.
Right.
It's like Looney Tunes, Bonkerish. Like if you remember Bonkers back in the day.
Yes, I actually do.
Oh, yeah.
Eyes popping out of their skulls, but not really. It's so bad. It was so bad.
They should have just left it alone.
Or they could have improved remastered the arcade version.
Yeah, that would have been better.
Now, of course, we could go on and on, but we have more games.
Yeah,
we beat that dead Battletoad.
Oh.
Because you don't want, because we could just talk like a whole standalone video like, why this sucks. I can't believe it. You ruined my childhood.
I'm gonna go back and put a comment.
I'm
gonna make a comment that goes, "You make a fucking game then."
Okay, here's another one that was like the worst reveal ever.
Let's hear it.
Crossfire X for the Xbox One.
I didn't pay attention to Microsoft because I don't have an Xbox
Okay,
One.
so I watched I watched it, and then I watched Maximilian's review and his take on it with his friends and whatnot.
Yeah,
and they were like you could see their faces like
cringing,
like not just cringing, just like, the fuck is this?
Yeah. Crossfire. You'll get crossfire.
That would be awesome.
It's like loudest fucking game ever. You try playing that like when your parents are sleeping. You're like, shh.
So supposedly,
let's play Crossfire. Go to fucking sleep, you little shit.
But I don't want to go to hell.
No, I know. Not only is like your brother playing Crossfire, but your sister also playing Hungry Hippos at the same time.
Some loud ass game. They weren't that loud in the commercials.
Oh yeah, no, but you get them in real life.
So this is on Xbox One now.
Yes, this is
Just kidding. I mean,
so this is gonna be on Xbox One. It's a military shooter, first person shooter, and it's it was a shooter that started in like overseas, like it never came to the U.S. And they're like, oh, this great game's coming to the U.S. It's like you showed no gameplay of it.
Yeah, we have a ton of those already.
Yeah, you showed no gameplay of it. We have enough military shooters as it is. I mean, what, Call of Duty, Battlefield.
So why
help me out here?
Any reason? Isn't any reason why
Medal
it's
of
actually
Honor.
why it's called Crossfire?
No.
Is there like it'd be funny if like the game it was so difficult because
Someone
like
just-
idiots
somebody.
idiots kept like muzzle sweeping themselves in front of you so you couldn't friendly fire. He'd be like, God damn it, get out of my crossfire! And like they just like you just be shooting, taking shots, and then someone just walks in front of you. You're like, oh God! Like, now that would be an entertaining game because you'd be like, and of course you
Oh
get
my
penalized
God.
if you friendly fire. Like this guy on Halo, holy shit! This dude would mow through you to get someone else and be like, worth it.
Dude, like I
Holy
used to
shit.
watch this guy with the sniper rifle, and like we'd be playing Halo, and he'd shoot through 3 of us just to get
Got
the
that
guy on the
kill.
other side. And then that one guy who happened to be like, oh, pop, 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 triple kills us. We're like, okay, Daniel, the whole point of a sniper
I don't
rifle is to
remember
kill
this.
the guy over there, but not get us in the process so somebody can triple kill us.
It would be
I
more
think-
less
I
rock,
think-
less sniping and just rocket. Just
let me interject here. It wasn't me. It was with the sniper. That was Roland. Me was with the shotgun and the rocket.
the rocket. So you'd be sitting there. He'd be like, there's 3 of my guys. And like just send it off. Fuck it.
Yeah, and that's most of the time, and we'd be running around the corner, and all of a sudden, rocket! Poof! Like,
No, funny thing is,
motherfucker!
Orlando used to own my ass, like,
Yeah.
because he was so good. Like he would kill me, and then I would see him like in my desk screen as it's panning out. Orlando picks up my rockets, jumps back, and shoots my corpse.
just
the
damn
fuck with
right,
you.
dude.
I don't care.
I was
I don't
like-
care if
I
I'm
was
wasting
like, I
ammo at this point.
And I was like, I deserve that. I deserve this. I deserve
I
this.
deserve everything I got.
So,
But I got better. But I got better.
alright, so I led with
So
the 2
Crossfire.
I hated
Sorry for that
the most.
tangent. But
I led with the
Halo's in the
2.
good list.
So
Yeah.
nobody get DJFs about Crossfire 1.
No, like even the audience was just like you could hear the like sympathetic woos, like
Yeah, they're like,
yeah,
all right.
like this.
It would have been hard not to be in that crowd and be like, you suck. Like-
It was like freaking what?
Dude,
Sony, it was like that Sony,
Yeah.
like from 2013, whatever.
Well,
the
well,
PS3
see, and
came out.
that was the thing. That I consider this the quietest E3.
Really?
Like because granted, you got people talking while the person on stage is talking, and then
With the exception of the Square Enix conference.
well, yeah, but I mean that's beside the point. It was super quiet in there. Besides people talking with each other,
That sucks.
like nobody
Nobody
was
gave a
like
fuck.
nobody gave a flying fuck what was going on the
Well,
screen.
it's hard if they didn't know what it was about. It's
Um,
hard to cheer for something you don't know what the fuck it is. But like, okay.
Exactly.
So to cap off
So-
Crossfire, we hardly ever talked about the game. Instead, we talked about things that would be better.
All right.
And
Well,
reminiscing.
okay. Well, those were the ones that like stood out to me the most as the most dumbest fucking like waste of time.
Okay.
All right, what's next?
Like, okay, you go. You probably got a couple on your list.
Yeah, let's hear yours.
Let's talk about the Shenmue controversy.
Oh yes.
Oh, yeah.
Shenmue 3.
Shenmue's list.
Okay,
It's
so
like-
everybody was waiting for Shenmue 3 for first off because
Since
one
the,
and
since the
two-
PlayStation 2 days. I think.
no.
When it- when-
Dreamcast. Started on Dreamcast.
No, I'm not talking about when it started. I'm talking about when it last ended. About the last game.
Oh, okay, yeah,
PS
it did end on PS2, but it started on Dreamcast, which Dreamcast was a really good console. Granted, you know,
It was like Sega's
it was like
swan
Sega's
song.
last ditch
It was- it
effort.
Was it like $700
And-
though?
No,
No, it was
that was the Jaguar. That was
yeah, the Jaguar was like $700
back in 1994. But,
Get my attachment. Now I look like a toilet.
don't have your little 2-year-old toddler brother going on. Oh, what's this?
You just shut up at $700 this time.
Just oh god. But moving.
All right, so Dreamcast.
So Shenmue started on
Yeah, the
Dreamcast, which was at first, if you didn't know what you were doing with the game,
Yeah.
like you would get lost really easy, or you'd be like, "Oh, there's an arcade here," and then you get lost in the arcade, but then realize, "Oh wait, this game is timed. I have to be in a certain position at a certain spot at a certain time." And then by the time you realize that by the time you got there, you were getting a game over, and you were going, "What did I?"
The amount of
just
times
do?"
you were saying certain, like, at a certain time, certain spots, certain clothing, certain hairstyles, certain thing you had for lunch. Certain, like, wow.
So, but yeah, go ahead with the Shenmue controversy. I'm sorry.
Because it was Shenmue 3 was, I think, believe crowdfunded, and one of the things they wanted to do was crowdfund the game, get it made, and release it like on almost all platforms.
It should have been on all platforms. Yes.
But I think people were excited it's going to be coming to Steam, or was it going to come to consoles? I didn't.
It was coming to Steam. I think it was coming to consoles. Let me double check.
Yeah, because I didn't double check that,
but
but
continue.
I do know that it was supposed to come to Steam, but then I think when E3 was going on and they announced it, that they were going to make it an Epic Store exclusive.
Yeah, it's
and I
PC,
had to explain to him that
I'm sorry,
it's Steam's competitor.
It's skipping the Xbox One. It's just PC and PS4. For
Okay, so fans were upset with that because in the past, when games have been on the Epic Store, and the Steam players would like either ask or complain, rightfully so, if they're going to get a Steam key, a code to have the game playable on Steam, or so, and they have some in the past. This one they said nope, and we talked about it, and we figure being on the Epic Store is the best place for it. Best is subjective, but then again, so fans heard that and they got pissed, rightfully so, and they want their money right. Like, we did not agree with this. I'm not touching the Epic Store because.
Wait, let me ask, because I'm a noob when it comes to this. What is the difference? I use Steam. I've had Steam, but what's the difference between Steam and Epic?
Besides being competitors, I think
that's about it.
I think I've heard
think that's
just people refuse to go there.
No, there's more. I've heard that on Epic Store. I don't know how correct it is, but this is what I've heard, and why people are so pissed off. That your information on the Epic Store could be at risk of being like stolen. It's not as secure as Steam. I don't know how.
Kind of sounds like horse shit.
And
That can happen anytime, anywhere.
I think it also depends on like. I think
people are just okay. Let me guess. This is what I think it is. I think people just want to have all their shit on one area, and they're pissed that they got to go somewhere else to play it. Like that's kind of what it sounds like.
True.
It doesn't really sound
because there's only games that you can get at the Epic Store that you cannot get on Steam. But
so why not have both? What the fuck?
Steam is the was the major platform and has always been the major platform for a lot of
PC
games.
gaming.
Okay.
And at which point,
I
lot
remember
of people,
having Steam. Or when I used to do like a lot of online games.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. And that was a place a lot of people went to go get their games.
So it's more of a convenience factor.
Now,
I might be missing some
Epic
information
games,
about the Epic Store, but this is just as much as I know.
Yeah, dude. Hey, tell me in the comments why. I'd like to know what the difference is.
Yeah, please let us know in the comments. But in regards to like Epic Games and the Steam controversy thing going on, I'm not a PC gamer. I'll admit that. I'm a console gamer all the way through.
I'm mostly console, but I get on Steam every now and then.
Which unfortunately I can't join the Overwatch fucking competition because I'm not a PC. And all that is PC.
I've heard some people say like Overwatch PC Master Race don't have to buy PlayStation Plus to play online. I'm just like, well, they got a point.
They have a major point.
Yeah,
but they have a major point, but that's not that's not
the current point.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter if it's on PS4 or if
you almost
it's on
said
PC.
Yeah, they have a point, but that's not the point. I'm like, actually, it is, but okay.
Oh, excuse me. It's also on Xbox. I almost forgot it is on Xbox One, but that part shouldn't matter because you can connect a keyboard and mouse to a PS4 and still play the game.
Xbox, I think too.
Yeah,
I think so with the Xbox, but
yeah. I've seen Lando play like 14, Final Fantasy 14 with a keyboard and mouse on his PS4.
Because that's required.
Yeah, you have to.
Required.
Otherwise, you'd be like, "Hey, let me tap with the fuck it," and you just like won't chat at all.
Hold on. Let me put in each key text message wise on
that's the thing. Well, see, I play on a controller, but I chat with the keyboard. so it made it easier for me to do it that way. But,
Really?
But the part that sucked about it is I had to put the controller
Yeah, you
down.
fucked
I had
that.
to type out what I wanted to say. By the time I was done typing what I wanted to say, my character hasn't done shit to the boss for like 3 or 4 turns.
We're like, dude, you're not engaged. Turn, fucking kick him from the party. Yep.
Apparently he's AFK. Hey guys, what's up?
I was
What's
trying
going?
to chat.
Oh shit, what the hell? Why did you let me go?
Invite me. I was trying to type in my keyboard.
So back to Shenmue, like, well, to finish it off.
Yeah.
So there's that controversy. People are pissed, and people are not really sure even the quality of the game is going to even meet their standards either.
And this is going to be on which platforms?
PS4 and PC.
All right. So that's
that and the biggest controversy is with the money situation because Epic Games is going, hey, you bought the game, too bad.
Now you got to download it from us.
Now you got to download it from us, or you can go, take a shit.
They said they were not going to probably give a Steam key for it either.
Yeah.
So you're pretty much right now. All of the Shenmue supporters are Kevin McAllister. And they just got told they're sleeping upstairs in the attic with Fuller, and Fuller is Epic Games and just goes, yeah, with me. He sips the soda. Oh, he wets the bed. That's like pretty much what is happening in my head with what you described.
For those of you who don't know, and those who don't know our era, it's Home Alone that he's talking about.
Great fucking movie, man.
Well, they show it every Christmas. They probably.
I was telling Bruno that one of my favorite things I want to do, like someday when it's colder in the fall or winter this year, is get my overcoat, like a long overcoat, and have a Bluetooth speaker and literally just be running through the airport playing the
yes.
Kevin! Looking for Kevin McAllister and see if anybody gets it.
So
I'm sure.
Okay, so here's the one thing I don't agree with that should be an E3, and this is just my own personal opinion. Please comment in the comments if you agree with me on this. iOS games and Android games, our mobile games should not be. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
I don't think they should be a part of the E3 franchise.
This is literally everyone
I mean,
now. iOS. Who fucking cares? That's pretty much.
Remember when Blizzard announced that the next Diablo game was going to be mobile?
Yeah, that pissed me off. I was like, you're wasting time on a mobile game when you could be creating a whole brand new fucking franchise.
Did you? Yeah, it was the next. It was the
Like,
next.
fuck
game.
off.
But the thing is, did you see? It was live and on stage, and the audience was like booing.
Well, no. At
crickets.
First,
No, they
everyone
were
was
booing.
like, no. People were like, oh, that looks awesome. Yeah, Blizzard. Yeah, and then coming out for Android, iOS. Boom!
And you know what the developer? And you know what the developer on stage said? Everybody has a phone here, right? And I was like, that's not the point.
I have a phone.
Just because we have
I'm
the platform.
gonna-
Now I gotta
take the
hook up my
time.
phone to my super OLED monitor.
Just because we have the platform to play your game,
I mean, okay.
doesn't mean we prefer to play on that platform.
Exactly, like when they brought over PUBG to the consoles. Granted, they didn't bring it over to PS4; they brought it over to Xbox. I have the PUBG mobile game on my phone. It sucks. It I mean, granted, I kill people all the time in that game, but
Oh wow!
but they made it super easy.
I kill people all the time
I was like, yeah, like
in that game.
Like, well, okay,
Is it like Mafia?
thanks for the help. Like, okay, sure, hit.
I mean, you start off with a team of 4. You go places and you like pick up weapons like you would do in like PUBG. But since there's no keyboard and mouse, like you can't strafe and like avoid bullets. So you're basically sitting there, standing there, taking bullets. While the person's like, oh, I gotta reload, and then you see them reload, and you're unloading your clip into them.
So there's no way to just dodge.
No, there's a way to dodge. It's just that it's the way the controls.
Wonky.
It's super wonky on the phone.
Yeah, fuck that.
Because you can't sit there and strafe and then like try to shoot like you would on a controller or keyboard and mouse, where this
where's
or
my
this
L2,
is a lot
my
easier.
L2,
Exactly. Like
So,
it has like the shoot button is like okay where your turn button is for the left and right to turn right and left. The shoot button is like right above that, and I'm just like, but
why?
I want to run away.
Yeah, so now you gotta use like you're holding your phone like this.
Basically,
Hang on.
And it has a mic too, so apparently you can talk to your team.
Yeah.
Which kills your battery.
Hey guys, can you hear me? Yeah, eat a dick.
But
well, let's not go off
like,
on too much of a tangent.
I'm not. Well, no, we're not. It's still mobile games.
I know, but
We're
we gotta
still
go
on
to the next
mobile
one.
games.
Yeah. So
I get that.
okay, what are some shitty mobile games that are getting released?
All of them.
All right, that's a wrap.
All right, that's good. No, there's two. There's two. Let me see if I can find one of them on this list here. Hold on.
The thing with mobile games, in my opinion,
Gears.
Oh,
Well, we talked about
Tears of War.
Gears Pop. No, and this is the stupidest. It's Gears Pop.
Shit.
That's
So they're pop characters.
Pop figuring characters. Yeah.
Pop figurine characters that you play as.
From Gears of War. Like,
From Gears of War.
okay, well, there's a
and
silver
Gears of
lining.
War, Gears of War is an M-rated game,
Yeah,
and they're making
there-
it look like fucking cutesy freaking. If
Here's-
they even call them that.
Here's
Pop
the
figure.
silver lining. Headshot should be easy.
Oh sure,
Like literally every shot is a headshot.
but it's an overhead
okay,
like type of map.
Here's
right
one that
So it's
shouldn't.
third person.
Here's one that should never have been an iOS. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles. That is an iOS game.
You know what I would want to see on iOS?
But they're also
Final
remastered-
Fantasy 11.
They're also
So I can run 11 while I'm fucking out and about.
like a Richard, but they're also remastering Crystal Chronicles. I heard, and I was like, I rented it.
Oh.
I couldn't get
Oh,
into it.
even better. The Elder Scrolls Legends is
Fuck outta
iOS.
here, dude.
Elder Scrolls Swords.
I was so excited about
Blades. It's called Blades.
Dude, I was
Blades.
I was so
Yeah.
excited about Elder Scrolls Online, and then they fucked it.
Oh yeah, they completely fucked it.
Let's play.
Turn that shit off.
Yeah.
I'm ready to move on from mobile games.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on. Let's
so
move on,
angry.
sorry.
All right, yeah.
I'm so salty.
So, how percentage-wise, how much of E3 was mobile announcements?
not
much?
Not much.
Okay, well, then
They're-
that's okay.
they're-
Maybe like
they're-
30%, maybe.
Okay, so 30 too many.
A
Maybe
good- a
bump it
good-
down to
a
29%
good-
next time,
a good
or
chunk.
1% of that 30.
Like a good chunk, but come on, man.
Yeah. Just.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say real quick, one point to make about online gaming. Why I think it is not received the way developers anticipate and expect it to be received is that you use your phone for a lot of shit,
Yes.
and when you're playing a game, like especially if it's using a lot of memory, like your phone gets hot, and then you don't want to just be playing on your phone all the fucking time.
Exactly.
I don't have a whole lot of games on my phone because I use my phone a lot for like
Other shit.
going to conventions, pictures, videos, and stuff. I film on my phone when I can't get to like my camera that I film like for other panels and stuff at cons. So I have a lot stored on my phone. I keep almost every picture I take, like except when I need to make room.
And your prawn.
And your prawn.
Yeah. And so, anyway, I got time for that. So, I don't have a lot of space in my rooms, but I actually had to expand my phone's hard drive space with an SD chip. And the thing is, my phone's a little weird because even though I have an SD chip expanding my hard drive space, it still thinks it's full based on the original internal storage.
So what was the point of?
What's the point of an SD card?
I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm either doing something wrong or maybe it's just my phone.
Maybe you
let me
need to
see.
get an upgrade.
Holy shit! I've used 80 gigs of my 256.
Yeah, 256 gigs on your phone. I only have like 6.
So
Here, dude, let me
okay.
help you. Let me see. Sorry, I can't give you any.
Are there any
So-
more bad games, Richard? I'll let
Okay,
you look
one
at
more.
Let's
but-
hear it.
And then we'll
Well,
go
okay.
on to- then
I
we'll
don't
go on
know whether to consider this a bad game or not
Oh shit!
because it's a simulator game.
Bad.
It's definitely not the Goat Simulator because they finished that off like a long, long time ago. It's actually called the Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I know what you're talking about, dude.
No, like, okay, I could see the genuine interest in it because it's a simulator. It allows you to take a real plane and fly it. You know,
You could also be the control tower, probably.
yeah, I think so.
And you can run the like,
Right.
oh yeah, you're clear to land, or no, fucking circle around. I got these other assholes coming in.
Wait.
It's cool if you're a pilot. I'm sure it's cool. Like,
Well, yeah, if you're a pilot
Yeah.
or like if you want to learn how
Yeah,
to fly, I'm
fuck
pretty
yeah.
sure it'd be pretty cool.
Hell
but
yeah.
as like for a gamer standpoint, like that should just strictly be for PC.
well,
Like,
wait,
other than
wait.
bringing out for
I
Xbox-
thought that it's for coming out for a console.
Yeah, Xbox One. It's coming out for console.
Fuck! I wish you'd started with that.
I said
No.
PC coming out for PC and Xbox One.
Oh wow, yeah, PC only.
That, like I could see flight
Oh.
simulator games like
Oh,
that.
we forgot
as-
to mention that earlier. Battletoads, Xbox exclusive.
I'm not angry at that
I
only
know.
because it's
It makes it
because-
easier for me to
Yeah.
not play it.
It's
No,
true.
well,
Wait,
yeah,
if
well,
any-
Because we don't have an Xbox.
if you're gonna leave it up to anyone to make shitty games, leave it to Xbox. Yeah.
So in regards to that, we have exclusive Battletoads game to Xbox that I'm
can have it.
It can have it.
Yeah.
We don't want it.
The only thing I'm upset with is the fact that when Rareware came out, because Microsoft owns the rights to it, that it could not be spread out further. I mean, I'm pretty sure Steam probably got it. There's a good possibility Steam got it because, it's Microsoft. You know, they're gonna want as much capital on that as much as possible. And when Rareware came out, it came out with a ton of games. It came out with the original Perfect Dark Zero, which everyone hated. Battletoads.
Well, they
games
were, but I don't know about
and
that
things
now.
like that. So, okay, let's talk about things that we liked.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna make a separate video.